Hey guys, it's Ashley, and welcome to your Midweek Moment. These short episodes are our time to pause, breathe, and come back to what really matters, even if it's just for a few minutes. Now, last week we talked about slowing down and stopping to smell the roses. This week, I want to keep building on that idea, but maybe from a slightly different angle. And it's all about the beauty in the ordinary. Now, I have struggled with this probably most of my life because I've just been such a goal chaser or dream catcher, if you want to say. Always, you know, going after the next big thing. And I often struggle to slow down and celebrate the small things. And over the last year or so, I feel like I've become a lot better with it. I caught myself the other night looking at my son who just turned 10 years old, my last kiddo in the single digits. And it was just a reminder that all of these moments, they may be small, but they are the most important ones. And so just kind of remembering to like stop, slow down, and just be in the moment. And really our life, that's what life is about. It's mostly ordinary days. It's, waking up in the morning, and for me it's putting on a robe and getting my kids up and starting my work day. It's just the sunlight that's, you know, coming up on the horizon. It's the fall leaves falling that you crunch when you walk on them. It's those small, quiet moments. They don't always look exciting, but they hold so much peace if we just slow down long enough to notice them. And I feel like, yeah, most of my life I've been waiting for big things to happen. And when they would happen, I maybe didn't always feel as happy as I would be because I was already focused on the next thing. But what I've really learned lately is that if we're always waiting for life to slow down before we appreciate it, we're never going to get there. Because really the truth is the magic isn't hiding in the big moments. It's just sitting right here in the everyday ones that we rush past. So I thought I would give you another challenge. Each week I've been presenting a challenge for you. And so this week I want you to slow down and reconnect with that beauty again. And I want to give you 3 simple ways to do it that have helped me. So the first one is slow down one daily ritual, because believe it or not, although we feel like so much is out of our control when it comes to our work day, our personal life, our calendar, we can slow things down just a little bit. So I want you to pick something that you already do every single day. Maybe it's drinking your morning coffee or folding laundry, driving home from work. And I want you to pick one of those things, and I want you to do it without multitasking. So no phone, no podcast, no to-do list running in your head. I just want you to try so hard to be in it. And then I want you to notice what you see, what you smell, what you hear, and what you feel. And you might need to say those things out loud or write them down just so that you can get yourself back in the moment. Because if you're like me, your brain's just always going everywhere. So tomorrow morning, maybe before you take that first sip of coffee, pause and actually feel the warmth of the mug in your hands and let that be your reminder that you're alive right here, right now. And this is a moment to just slow down and just be. Now, if you're in the car a lot, you're traveling for work, consider not putting on a podcast or music for just a moment, not, getting on a phone call. Just be in your car, just with yourself for just a moment. Even if you just take 2 minutes to do that and just start small. Now, the second thing is I want you to capture one ordinary moment every day for this next week. Now, you can do this by taking a photo or write one simple note of something that made you smile. It could just be something as simple as like the sunlight through the window or your kids' shoes by the door, although I'm not sure if I would necessarily smile. However, you could flip that on its head and be like, I get to have kids who have shoes by the door. It could be dinner on the table, whatever it is for you. We always take pictures of the big moments, but rarely of the ones that just make up our lives. We take photos for Instagram, we take photos for other people to see a glimpse of our life. But these pictures are the moments I want you to take for yourself. And this will help train your heart to look for beauty in the small things. Now, I recently took a family vacation with Mike and the boys, and we were at Anna Maria, Florida. And it was such a special time for us. It was the first time that we all flew together, the first time that we went to Universal Studios for the day together, the first time being on the island together. There was like a lot of firsts for us. My mom came on that trip, which was our first vacation with her since I've been an adult. It was just a lot of good things. And it was also the first vacation that I can remember in a really long time that I didn't post about what we were doing every day, or I actually haven't even made a post at all about it. I shared a few things like on my stories, but I just wanted to be in the moment and to have that time and connection for just us. It's okay to not share everything and hold on to a little something for yourself. So this week, try to capture the beauty in something very ordinary and don't share it to anyone, right? Keep it just for you. And lastly, I want you to practice breathing before you move on to the next thing. So before you jump from one task to the next, I want you to just take one slow breath, like in through your nose and out through your mouth. And maybe even do that a couple of times. Those tiny pauses help you reset and come back to the present instead of living on autopilot. It's going to help you calm your nervous system and bring you right back to the moment. So every time you finish something each day for this next week, whether if it's sending an email, if you're cleaning up the kitchen, giving your child a bath, like whatever it might be, after you're done completing that task, I want you to pause and take one deep breath before you move on to the next thing. And the more we practice these small things, the more that we start to see that our life is full of beautiful moments, but we just forget to stop to smell those roses like we talked about last week. So that's your reminder today. Don't overlook the ordinary, because one day these are the moments that you're going to look back on and wish you could relive. I am already finding myself doing this with my kiddos. When they were little, we were stressed, we were broke, we couldn't afford the bills, we were babies raising babies, like it was just so hard. And those were such ordinary moments that I wish I could have enjoyed more in that time. And I find myself now, 10 and 15 years later, looking back, thinking, gosh, I wish I could have that time back. But as a reminder that Mike gave to me recently, which was, hey, Ash, you're going to look back 10 years from now and wish you had these moments. So don't go back, just focus on the ones right now that we have. So I want you to find one small, simple thing that makes you feel grateful and be fully in that moment. Now, if you made it this far, I would love for you to share this podcast with a friend who could use it. Take a picture. I was going to, say tag me and share it with me, but not this time. Keep it for yourself. But you can definitely write to me and let me know what that ordinary moment was for you. But as always, if you could like, share, and subscribe to the podcast, I would greatly appreciate it. And it will help reach the people who are looking to, step towards their purpose and change the trajectory of their life. So I will see you this Sunday. But until then, keep your light burning from ash to dusk.